White Cornell seal appears on a red background, exits screen left, and gives way to the ILR logo, which zooms out, revealing the Yangtan Institute logo. Video from a meeting of the Nassau County Legislature on Long Island, New York.
It's a Monday afternoon here at the Nassau County Legislature, and ILR school graduate Joshua Lafazan is seated representing the 18th District. Lafazan was the youngest Nassau County legislator ever elected at the age of 23 2 years ago. He's passionate about helping to shape disability policy, an idea that was instilled in him at Cornell.
I took Professor Golden's class just on a whim. It was a 2-credit class at night, and I met Professor Golden, and it changed my life. Because in that class, we were enlightened to learn about, again, how the decisions that government makes affects the everyday lives of people with disabilities, and how government can be a driving force for good. And on the other hand, how government has let down the disability community in so many parts of the country.
Video from Professor Thomas Golden's class.
Thomas Golden, who is the executive director of the Yangtan Institute, teaches disability and employment policy, which is the course that Lafazan just referenced. Lafazan is taking what he learned in his class regarding the Americans with Disabilities Act, stigma surrounding disability, and using technology to help create accessibility, and coming up with solutions to problems that people with disabilities face.
As an aspiring elected official, Professor Golden lit a fire in me. And he made me promise him upon graduating that if I were to seek higher office and be blessed enough to get elected to higher office, that I would make fighting for people with disabilities a priority.
He's kept that promise. For instance, it came to his attention that a popular park near Syosset High School wasn't fully accessible.
I don't believe it was in ADA compliance. So I went and worked with the county executive's office. We secured $3 million to completely revitalize and reinvent that field right in my hometown. And I'm going to make sure it's ADA compliant because we should demand that every field that services the public is ADA compliant.
Lafazan also has worked with Milneck School for the Deaf on 2 major issues for individuals who are deaf or hard of hearing. Lafazan's first bill that became law requires that a sign language interpreter be present at all emergency press conferences held by a county official. Not having an interpreter was a problem back when Hurricane Sandy hit. Working with Milneck, Lafazan also helped create a tool that individuals who are deaf or hard of hearing can use if they get pulled over by the police when driving.
We created a visor card using a web application where basically the driver can hand it to the officer. It says, "I am deaf, I am hard of hearing," and lists the easiest way to communicate. And on the back of that card, the officer is able to point to what they need from the driver. For example, you were speeding and I need your license. You have a taillight out. So we're making that interaction more efficient, and we're making it easier, safer for the officer, it's safer for the resident. We use technology to build that card, and our police commissioner bought right in.
Lafazan says he's also working to break down the stigma of disability by operating an election campaign internship program that includes people both with and without disabilities.
When we break down stigma, we forge a kinder and more gentle and more inclusive society, and I'm hoping to continue to do that for all my internship programs. Not only Professor Golden, but Cornell changed my life. Cornell made me a more compassionate person. It made me more of an academic. It made me just a better person to be surrounded by such a diverse group in terms of thought, race, age. I'm so passionate to be a member of the Big Red family, and I'll be proud to be part of that family for life.
Lafazan says the lessons he learned through the Yangtan Institute and Cornell University will continue to have a profound influence on his work and impact, not only on the 52,000 people he directly represents in his district, but the more than 1.3 million people who live in Nassau County.
Yangtan Institute logo and yti.cornell.edu fade onto screen. Cornell seal in red appears on screen and zooms back so the ILR logo can be revealed.